Why I care about men, a story of my life. I'm not sure why this popped up in my recommended feed. But again, I'm liking this trend of broads being out there talking about men's health and whatnot. Mainly because, I don't know, will women listen to other women? I don't know, but let's see what this guy say.
Today, I wanted to talk about something important and very...
Okay, well, remember what that guy from the last video was saying about RFK Jr.'s voice and how he cannot get past it? I'm already feeling that about this person, but we'll power through it.
very serious. Before I start, I want to say that this video won't be very comforting or cozy. I have been nervous to post it, and I feel like it's very raw. It's the hard truth about my life, and it's also about my views too, but it covers a lot of curiosity that you guys have. It's
The only thing I'm curious about is why you care about men. I don't need this, long diatribe. Just get into why you care about men.
something that I have been seeing as I read your stories every day and prepare myself to continue the conversations through the next day, and even questions that I've gotten asked a few times through my streams.
I don't watch videos
Not that it's far and
on
wide.
faster speeds. I think that's disingenuous to the creator to do so. I refuse to do that.
Or always with an upset tone rather than curiosity, but I still want you to know that I do read and pay attention to those comments. The questions are, why do I care about men? And why do I want to hear your stories? Am I being genuine with my words? Or am I just doing something to capitalize, or that is trending amongst women?
Time saver or not, they released the video like with a certain cadence, with a certain time length, the whole nine. Even if I disagree with the creator, disagree with the video, I want to respect the video they put out. Yeah, I do not listen to audio on X amount of times, speed faster or slower. Any video that I ever watch will always be in the speed that it was put out at, because it was put out like that for a reason, for better or worse.
Online. I feel like most people would ignore such strong stated questions, delete them, or get really defensive over it, but I find that these questions just give me opportunity to explain a bit more about myself and why I'm doing this.
Give you opportunity to explain more about yourself. So even in a video about, why you like men, in true female fashion, making it about yourself. Not shocked at all.
That's why I'm creating. I just want to say sorry if this video is long. I have been doing these soft talks pretty short because I'm a bit insecure in how much I can really
A
yap.
woman is
if I'm
insecure.
given the floor
Also a
to.
shock.
But I've been told by you guys that you don't care and would prefer that. And so for that, I really appreciate it so much. This will be a bit personal, but I feel like I can
Get to
trust
the
opening
fucking
up
point.
to the space we have all built together. So I don't mind at all. And I love that I
Broads sit there and wonder why men don't listen to them. It's shit like this. We over 2 minutes in, and it is just rambling about shit that is irrelevant.
get to share this with you guys today. I want to start with the first.
I am letting her speak. However, I'm giving my thoughts on it, as is supposed to be done when you do a reaction video.
First main question. Why do I care about men? I want to start with what me and chat called Tilly lore yesterday on stream. This part will be long. I'm not sure how long. I'm not even sure if it's smart to be putting this out on the internet at the chances that the entire world may fucking see. But what I do care about is being as open with my battlings as possible. So
I'm in a great mood.
I will personally take off my armor today. I've been seeing a few of you.
Looking at that model, the armor is not what I assume her chat wants to see her take off. Just knowing what I know about VTube culture, the armor's the last thing they're worried about taking off.
Battlings say that the only reason I care about men is because I grew up having a decently good relationship with my dad, and grew up in a pretty decent or average household.
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty fucking good reason to care about men. Spoiler alert, woman has good relationship with her father, therefore she gives a fuck about dudes. Honestly, that all checks out. That's why would people throw a bitch fit about that?
That I was never told these ideals that men shouldn't cry or anything from him. As much as I wish it were true, it's sadly not. I never had a father figure in my life.
Oh, okay, never mind. It's about to change some shit. I jumped the gun, my bad.
Him and my mother separated before I was born, after they got into a very heated argument in which he kicked her in the stomach while she was carrying me.
And you grew ears and came out gray with what is it called, heterochromia? Goddamn. Maybe we should have regulated abortions.
Like, pregnant with me. By the time I was 2, he was nowhere around at all. My mom didn't stop him from the chances of seeing me. She didn't put him on a form of child support. He just simply didn't care to be around. Part of me feels like it's because he carries the regret of possibly hurting me before I was born. Part of me feels like he simply just doesn't want to look back on the relationship and rather wanted to focus on his other children he already had. Whatever the reason may be, I've just kind of grown to accept it. I won't go into details with my growing up because it's
Lulu City for a 20 banger. Boring. Bring back the corn videos. I found the topic amazing.
That's stupid. You're stupid. Stop being stupid.
That was well done. I appreciate the joke. That was well done. Shout out. Thanks for the 20 banger, homie.
just something that I dealt with up until high school, and I unfortunately don't want to remember every small detail possible, so I will summarize it up. Let's just say that growing up as a kid, me and my siblings had very unfortunate circumstances. We were not financially stable. Like housing issues, food issues, lots of moving around all the time. My mother, though our relationship has healed after the passing of my oldest sister, had a lot on her plate, raising 4 children all on her own. She would somehow end up dating the most abusive men who would hit on her and hit on me if I defended her.
So you say this feels like an odd way to start a why I like men video. While I agree, it's actually kind of interesting because her dad's gone. She's raised by a single mom, bunch of older siblings, and according to this individual, her mother dated a bunch of abusive douchebags. So to come out of all that and be positive towards men, I think is actually interesting. I'm curious where he's going with this.
This went on from when I was 6 up until I was 12. At 12 is when the worst thing happened to me from one that she was dating. I won't really go into details about it because I don't want anyone
We all know what the detail is.
to judge my family more than I have judged myself and them my entire life. But let's just say it was the most traumatic thing a girl could go through, and top it off with your family and your mother not believing you about it. From there, I became closed off, introverted, and very to myself. I developed anxiety and depression. We did not have the health care and the financial stability for me to see a therapist. I've never had a therapist, Lord. I feel like the world would be a better place and
I'm not making you feel sad. This broad is. All I'm doing is sitting here to see what she has to say about why she likes men.
shinier if I had a
And mind you, I appreciate that this is a VTuber that looks like this that does in fact like men, because one look at this model and you would instantly think rug muncher. So
therapist. Probably wouldn't fix all my problems, but that would be cool. I don't even have a primary care doctor as of now, and I'm 25 years old. But anyways, I pretty much became what society would deem a girl failure. I started off young playing video games with my brothers. But by this point in time, they were adults in completely different states from me, and I was with my mom and him and young. I had no one to defend me. My sister, who I consider my second mom, even though she's not here, she passed away 5 years ago. Her husband was also abusive, so he clearly was not there to defend me. In fact, he shot at me when I was 18 for defending my sister from him. Luckily, I did not get hurt. I don't know what matrix move I pulled off to dodge that bullet.
Oh, she means he literally shot at her. I thought, like, shot her a comment or like shot something like, again, like a verbal shooting. Means literally shot. Damn.
But I did. Anyways, I got heavily into video games and anime, and became even more of an outcast at school, being bullied by the girls and the guys of my grade, like everyone. I ended up getting to the point where I would skip school just so I could play games and escape reality itself. It was my safe space, my comfort zone, where I wasn't judged or anything by NPCs. During high school, I got into a relationship with a guy, and for 4 years it was okay until I was cheated on and left. There was just so many arguments, and just... I feel like I dodged a bullet in the end. After that...
I mean, you say that, but you just explained to us how you literally dodged a bullet. I feel like one of those things is far more interesting and impactful than the other.
For another 4 years after high school, he had stalked me online. Is he still stalking me? I don't know. He doesn't contact me anymore, so that's all I really care about. He even had a kid by then, but simply didn't care. He was convinced I had ruined his life.
Agreed,
and would
Matt.
threaten to kill me along with his baby mother. Like they would threaten me together. He would continuously find my aliases, tune into my stream.
Says she's a girl failure, has boyfriend in high school. Yeah, you're right. That's some 4chan shit right there.
My videos, lie and say that the reason that I can't have children is because he gave me an STD, etc. It's not true. That is due to me having developed PCOS. So, they eventually stopped after finding my Twitter and getting literally shit on by all the people that followed me and supported my content at that time, which was not ASMR. I was doing like Fortnite and all types of gaming content. But they haven't been around since, thankfully.
We are about 10 minutes in. I'm gonna be real. This could have been summed up much quicker. Watch me sum up this story so we can get to the point of why you give a fuck about dudes. My dad left me before I was even born. I didn't see him after being 2 years old. After that, my mom got into some abusive relationships. I was sexually abused. My sister's boyfriend shot at me. I dodged the bullet, and I had a very abusive relationship after high school. That's it. That's it. Like, you ain't gotta be Stephen King with this shit.
Even through all of these events in my life, all of the abusive relationships I've went through, even after him, the closest people in my life have been men. My 3 best friends that I've known for forever online, and I got the chance to actually meet them in person, except one. One of them I grew up with literally since middle school. We've been best friends since middle school. But they're all guys. And I do have 2 women that I'm close to. One is the girlfriend of one of them, and the other I pretty much consider like another older sister. Through our years of friendship, and through those moments where I've wanted to commit fly and just disappear, they have been...
Commit fly? Is that some dumbass newspeak for commit suicide? Bro, what is up with the softening of language now? Just say fucking commit suicide. Say kill yourself. It's fine. Like, the softening of language will not make the society any fucking better. Jesus Christ, I hate that. And that's not what that means. What does commit fly mean? Dude, I'm still stuck on fly meaning cool.
My rocks. I have witnessed them cry, break down, give up, fall, fail, lose, and nothing in this world can make me love them less. Nothing in this fucking world can make me turn away from them, convince me they aren't manly, aren't fucking strong, aren't the most human people I have ever been blessed with the ability to know. I love them so much, and no one, no comment, no...
Because she lightly streams on Twitch, and Twitch is overly zealous of suicide. Right. Twitch is overly zealous of saying the word suicide, but they'll give a 1-day ban to somebody that turns into just a 1-week ban to somebody who's on tape sexually assaulting dudes multiple times. That's right. Yeah, that's Twitch for you. And yes, I am pretty fly for a white guy.
Society, no reality, no dimension can ever take that away, or my views that men deserve to have a safe space, that men deserve to be vulnerable.
No, that is the wrong takeaway. Okay, no one deserves a safe space because the world isn't a safe fucking place. The idea is like, I get it. I'm glad you care about men. That's all great and all that. But no one deserves a safe, because the world's not a safe fucking place. Life sucks, get a helmet. It's that simple. Life sucks, get a helmet. We've all dealt with shit. You either check out early because you're a pussy, or you move the fuck on.
That men are not always failing, and that men shouldn't have to suck it the fuck up.
Yes, they should.
I care about men because they are human. I care about men because that's what a decent human being would do. I care about men because I'm tired of society pushing these crazy fucking double standards on everyone in the world. I'm tired of being told I'm not...
Yes, there are crazy double standards. I'll agree with that. There's crazy double standards. But the double standard should be that everyone should just shut the fuck up and move on. It's that simple. We are built up paying stuff. That is the human experience. Alright, and that's been the human experience since the inception of man. Back when we were in the caves and shit, and we were, like, getting eaten by giant-ass cats that, like, had fucking broomsticks for teeth. That shit probably wasn't cool, but we persevered. We didn't need no goddamn safe spaces. We didn't even know if the cave was a fucking safe space. You could go into the cave as a safe space and turn out there a fucking bear in that bitch. This is insane. Like, I get that her heart is in the right place, but this is the absolute wrong fucking message to send.
Not feminine enough, that I'm not girly enough, that I should have been born a guy, or that I'm not classy enough. So I can only imagine the scale of which it is for a guy to be told this since birth. Like, you were born, you came out the womb, and you have all of this on your back.
And that's life. And that's fine. It's good even. Builds character.
Sorry. It's just these are the questions that have been getting me very emotional, and so I just really debated even...
Yeah, exactly. These are the questions that have been getting you emotional. You notice how these questions don't make guys emotional? Why? Because we don't fucking care. That's the lot in life, and that's fine. And we move the fuck on. Just like you used to do. Why are you getting all emotional, upset spaghetti over what dudes have to go through, when this is how dudes were biologically built to go through this shit?
And doing this.
Catch you later, Magpie.
Because I know how long this may end up being, and I know how emotional I get over it. So I apologize. Next question is, why do I want to hear other stories? The truth is that I don't fully know. I just really find other stories interesting. I find the way people think interesting. I don't share the same experiences because of my gender, I realize that I connect and relate a lot more with guys.
Yeah, you're a female. That's what that's 100% an accurate answer. Like, why do you want to hear these stories? I don't know. The answer is because you're a woman. And like, Mike Rowe, right? Mike Rowe has this quote that I love. I'm pretty sure he said it on an episode of Joe Rogan, but it could have been some other interview. Mike Rowe said, "I don't care about how you feel. I'm curious about why you feel that way." And like, I agree with that, because like, how you feel means literally how you feel. That's subjective to you, right? I don't care about that. However, there are objective real-world standards that could influence why you feel X, Y, Z way. And I'm curious about that, because that could be an interesting question. That could be an interesting conversation. Your feelings themselves are not interesting in the slightest. It's the why.
I said anything else. Like, it feels like I can see my experiences through their words. It's like you guys explain and express things better than I ever really could. when I did start making content like this,
I agree. I will take her
the
outlook over the
question
usual dime
is,
store
why
third wave
did I start
feminist.
making content like this? Before I used to do ASMR, audio role plays, to comfort others. I ended up building a community of what I noticed was mainly guys, but I felt disconnected. Not because I'm a woman, but because I felt like I could never actually be comforting if I didn't do anything to help you guys other than whisper. Like, I felt like I wasn't doing anything to help you guys feel better outside of that. I wanted to return after my years-long break from streaming and creating, but I wanted to be closer with everyone. Not in a
That is incredibly gay and parasocial. Like, I'm sorry. All y'all in chat, I've gotten messages now and again. Yo, Leon, I'm feeling XYZ. Yo, how do I handle this? And I'll be real. I mean, I respond to them and give the best info I could have. But at the end of the day, it always boils down to the same thing. Sounds like some shit you're gonna have to sort yourself out. I can't give you those fucking answers. Like, it is not the job of a content creator to baby their community or to make them feel special or heard or whatnot. It's our job to put on a fucking show and do the same thing that we want video games or movies to do. Give some escapism. Now, there's a social aspect to it that's great until it becomes parasocial. But if your whole mindset and goal going in is like, I want to do something positive for the world and the others, I just don't buy it. I don't believe it. Ain't nobody that altruistic all the time, especially when you're in an entertainment business. Right? And maybe that's just me being jaded or you're too skeptical, too, I don't want to say nihilistic, because I'm not nihilistic in the slightest. But the point is, like, that is a terrible mentality to go into making content with, is how can I make everyone's life better? Providing entertainment and escapism in and of itself, at least temporarily, makes shit better. That's all you gotta do.
weird ass parasocial way, but in a way where it felt like I was sitting right beside you guys talking to you. As if we were friends that are just gaming and talking about life the way I do with my best friends.
And you don't see how that could be a negative? I want to do it as if we're friends there gaming. Like, that might work when you've got, the same 6 people watching you over and over. But once you got a community of, 1,000 people, several thousand, even several hundred watching you, you can't have that. It's not emotionally stable. It's not even physically possible.
I wanted to build a community that knows they aren't judged or forced to speak and act a certain way as to not freak me out or something. I wanted to be able to be more open in my videos.
It's parasocial to agree. I've seen the chats we've had with you in here. Well, but we're doing it on stream, on the show. There's banter back and forth. There's entertainment. But when here's the deal, when I'm not streaming, when I'm not making videos, when I'm just like quietly playing video games on my downtime, or when I'm just watching YouTube, or I'm at the mall, or I'm hanging out with my family, guess what I'm not doing? I'm not getting messages from you guys, asking XYZ about life problems. Like, the Vital Idols are very, very awesome about not invading my fucking personal space when I'm not streaming, when I'm not making videos, or when I'm not, in the Discord hanging with you guys or whatnot. And that's how it should be. Because at the end of the day, once you cross that line, once you go too far, only bad shit can come of that. Now, obviously, like, me and Cindy are friends outside making content. Me and Cindy talk all the time. I could be at the mall, at the food court, or at the fucking Hot Topic or whatever, and I'm texting Cindy. That's because her and I are actual friends. We're actual buddies. By and large, y'all are awesome in that you're not trying to burden me with issues that you're having in life or whatnot when I'm not on stream or anything. Because y'all, at least most of you, so far as I can tell, have the understanding that, yeah, I'm a human, you're humans, we're all humans, but we're not like tight-knit friends or anything, because there's just, in my opinion, you really can't build that sort of relationship on some sort of entertainment value-based aspect. That's not to say that it's impossible, but it's not something I'm willing to do, at least for the vast majority of people. Because if you do it for one person, then you gotta do it for everybody else. I still go to Hot Topic. Well, here's the dealio. I got an 11-year-old that thinks Hot Topic is just the coolest thing ever because all 11-year-olds do. So it's not really me going by choice so much so as like, how preteens and teenagers can be with all that dark shit and whatnot and wanting to be rebellious.
in Discord, yap, just fuck around, and have my gaming streams feel like just another gaming session with my friends. I know that that's a lot different than how my videos are, but it's just because my videos are me being able to have thought about everything that I want to say, versus my streams where it's just kind of on the spot and I'm just yapping away. I want it to be like the ones where we crack open coolers and beers. I hate beer, but oh my goodness, I will down multiple Smirnoffs. You know, and just get out the bong and just fucking vibe out. I wanted to form a space where you guys have the chance to get things out of your system, or just to know that someone is listening, reading, paying attention, and taking your stories to continue the conversation in the next videos.
If you cultivate an audience that needs that sort of moral support, no, they need to be seeking therapy, not fucking sending money to a content creator to tell them, oh, you're perfect the way you are. Like, I'm sorry, that's fucking retarded. Okay, you can't sit there and be some sort of entertainment personality. This is like low-grade Dr. Phil shit. You think Dr. Phil actually cares about the hundreds upon hundreds of people he's interviewed or whatnot? Like, I'm sure he cares about the ideas at large, and wants to do stuff to fix the world to a degree or whatnot. But, man, I doubt he remembers 70% of the fucking interviews he's done. Right? Again, this is either disingenuous or unhealthy, and I'm not sure which is worse.
The only reason why it seems like I'm targeting only men is not just because you guys are what I relate to the most in life.
Smirnoff is beer, but we call it queer beer.
But you guys are simply what has found me. Like, my audience, even before ASMR, has always been guys. You know? So
I wonder why.
So I just want to expand on that. Sorry. I want to take your feelings and suggestions to let you know that I see you, that you aren't invisible and alone in this shitty, unfair world. Another question is, am I trying to capitalize off of men's struggles? I know that it's a serious question, but it does make me laugh whenever I see the comments of being accused of doing this style of content because it's trendy or because I want you to donate all of your money. But the truth is that if I wanted to capitalize or do this purely for money, this would be the worst way to do it. Especially...
Whoa, what do you mean this would be the worst way to do it? You mean get a bunch of lonely dudes with no social life, no social status, to listen to somebody that they can picture as moderately attractive, who has a relatively attractive sounding voice, get them to send you money while they bitch about their problems, in a time when we have a literal loneliness epidemic amongst young men? That would be the worst way to make money? Again, I truly can't tell if this individual is disingenuous or retarded.
Especially as a woman on the internet in 2025. In fact, my channel has fallen a lot from its original state because I stopped doing ASMR, which is crazy. ASMR requires a lot less effort and it can be done by anyone, but I felt disconnected. I felt like I had a community, but it was not in the way I wanted. It's just not as fun for me as being able to talk to you guys every day and just hang and share our opinions.
Yeah, she said she was 25, so yeah, it sounds like a young woman, so I'm gonna go with retarded. Yeah, she said she was 25, so it's probably retarded, yeah.
And game and discuss stuff and come to our own agreements and disagreements. I have never been happier doing this than I have now. I literally, if you told me last year that I would be uploading almost daily, I would have laughed at you. Regardless of analytics, regardless of my channel doing worse statistically, I just don't care. I would rather lose all of the subs I gained from my past content than to stop doing these videos now. I would make an entirely new channel if I had to, if it ever got to that point. I do not care.
This has been like 80% about her and 20% about, you know, men and men's issues. This is a ridiculous video.
The final questions and statements have been about me wanting to build a parasocial audience to dump all of their money onto me, and to that I say, I would prefer to not have an audience that sees me as a possibility to date or get with.
That's not what that means, though. Okay, like, regardless of whether that's what your intent is or not, that is what's happening. And that's what happens with the vast majority of content creators in some way, shape, or form. Like, obviously, not everybody... I would say the majority of people that watch any content creator understands that it's you know, where the line is. But you're going to have those that don't understand where the line is, whether it's because they're socially inept, whether it's because they just don't care, whether it's due to a control factor. They think they can drop a bunch of money and that'll make them, you know, they should get special treatment for that. Like, there's a myriad of reasons. I would say 80 to 90% of viewers don't do that. But there's a 10 to 20 that will, or at least will try to, or whatnot. So even if that's not what the parasocial relationship aspect is not inherently romantic. That's, again, a complete misunderstanding, because dudes that are male streamers, there are male viewers that will have these parasocial relationships with them as well. You think that Asmongold doesn't have... There are a few people that feel like Asmongold is actually their friend. There's a lonely dude in their basement who hasn't been laid in ages, who's always just buying the next fucking video game and then bitching about it because the women aren't hot enough. And then he tunes into an Asmongold stream and sends a bunch of messages, and he's not in his own noggin thinking that they're actually friends. Like, that's... I'm sure there's dudes in Asmongold's chat like that.
As of now, as of December 2025, I have a boyfriend. I'm genuinely...
Yeah, I agree with that, D-Stot. There's totally a line, but I think the creators, subscribers can be buds in a way. Right, well, I mean, that's where it's important to draw the line. Like, for example, when we do the Thursday night watch parties in the Discord, you know, like I'm always there. I'm always hanging out with everybody. Whether 4 people show up or 24 people show up, it is a far more casual... non-performative, non-streaming, non-video related version of just all of us hanging out, watching a movie together, talking shit. But then when that's over, and I close out Discord, I'm not even wanting to be bothered by my own fucking family, let alone viewers. Like, but yeah, there's absolutely a crossover, but there's also just a line that shouldn't be crossed.
The best relationship I have ever been in. Also,
hey, Leon, I've been subbed a couple months now. Want to be my best man? I'd officiate the wedding.
Sorry, if you guys can hear, my neighbors are outside screaming. He found me when I was nothing, and I found him when he thought he would never have anyone to love. We have cried together. We have smiled together. We may not be living life in luxury, but we are happy. He may not be a CEO. I may not be a supermodel, but genuinely, who gives a fuck? I don't. He doesn't. That works just fine for us. No.
I gotta dress as Yoda and do the voice? Dude, don't tempt me. I'll fucking do it.
No, I don't find him unattractive when he breaks down and wants to give up on life. No, I don't think he is less manly just because he doesn't have abs and muscles, isn't rich, is average height, and whatever else assumptions people keep making of me.
Me? I'm a non-denominational Christian. I would used to claim Protestantism, but there's far too many issues with being Protestant. And then Catholicism, I've got a lot of issues with that. So yeah, non-denominational Christianity.
I want to build a community that sees me as just me, not some girl that you'll be able to date in a few years. None of the idol culture shit where you put me on a grand pedestal and make shrines of me in your homes.
Okay, you say you don't want that. And you're probably truthful and being honest that you don't want that. However, you also are making a video about why you care about men's issues, which is inherently going to attract a lot of younger, attention-starved, male loneliness, epidemic-induced dudes. And then you make 80% of the video about yourself. Like, what you're doing completely contradicts what you're claiming you want, and how do you not see the contradiction?
I just want to be here. I can't promise that I will be considered a friend. I can't promise that everyone will trust my words or think I'm genuine. But I can promise that my space is for pure vibes, it's for comfort, and it's a place to forget and just be heard for once. I don't want your parasocial tendencies. I don't want your life savings. I don't want you to bow to me in my every word. I don't want you to see me as someone different than just a person. The only thing different about me is that yes, I am a VTuber. I am a VTuber out of convenience.
VTuber out of convenience oftentimes means I'm too ugly to show my face on camera. Now, I don't know if this is the case for her, because some of those VTubers have gotten face leak pics and whatnot. Turn out they be highs and bodies. But I'm just saying, out of convenience, there's a reason a lot of motherfuckers go the VTuber route.
I'm lazy. I'm too lazy to put on a webcam and make sure my lighting's good. That bright ass hot fucking light staring at my face.
But you have to do all that stuff with VTubing anyway. Hold on, no. This is bullshit, because as somebody that knows many a VTuber, you still have to have all that stuff. You've got to have the camera, because that's what tracks the motion. You've got to have great lighting, because the better your lighting, the better the motion tracking works. Like, again, this is just an outright lie.
All day long. Too lazy to have that going on. I'm too lazy to make sure my background looks cool. I just want to get on and talk and vibe. Just please continue to treat me as me. Please don't be even more softer with me, as if I'm extremely fragile now that you've heard my story through my armor. I don't want to be, pitied.
I'm not saying that it's not easier. What I'm saying is, if her whole thing is, I'm too lazy to set up lighting, I'm too lazy to set up a camera and whatnot, you have to do those things to be an effective VTuber. Like, that's just objectively true. Now, you could have a poor model, like a model that doesn't move very well, or a model that doesn't track very well, because you're not doing the proper things with your camera and your lighting. But that speaks to the lack of effort that you want to put into the content itself, or the pre-work for the content. Because everything she says she's too lazy to do are things that still need to be done even with an avatar. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about doing it out of convenience because she might be ugly, sort of thing. Yeah, that was just a funny comment.
I don't want to be held like I'm a little baby, because as much as I have been through in life, it has made me who I am today, and has made me someone who's able to be compassionate and empathize with others, and be able to connect with people without this big fucking veil of how everyone else thinks shadowing over me.
I would like to remind you, this video is called Why I Care About Men. Parentheses, a story about my life.
Thank you for listening to me today.
You are
if you even
so
made
not
it this
welcome.
far. This is 20 minutes of me yapping.
Yes,
this is
it was.
the yapping that I have tried to hold back from you guys, because it's just, that's so long. But, thank you for listening for me today, or to me, and feel free to ask any questions down below.
No,
I'm not
I have
cutting
no
this
questions.
up. Usually I cut because I have long pauses, because I have brain farts. It's raw. The only thing that's going to be edited is just the background. But as always, I'm proud of you, even if you did absolutely nothing today. And when you're ready, I'll see you on the next.
I'm proud of you, even if you did absolutely nothing today. And there's the fucking problem right there. I'm proud of you. No, you shouldn't be proud of someone for doing fucking nothing. Alright, I get it. Everybody wants to take a lazy day now and again. That's fair. If you be working your ass off and you take a lazy day, alright, whatever. No, you don't be proud of people. Do people not know what proud is? To be proud of someone, to feel pride in something? It's a sense of I am feeling a sense of appreciation or strength, or a willingness of, an affirmation for something that you accomplished. If you didn't accomplish anything, why should I be proud of you? Proud of you for not accomplishing dick? That is ridiculous. That is retarded. And that is one of the things that's a problem for both men and women, is they want this instant gratification. This society that's like, oh, hey, we accept you as you are. Oh, it's okay that you did. No, it's not. It's not fucking okay that you did nothing. All right? It's not. Be a fucking adult. Take a shower. Take out the trash. Do some dishes. Get up and go to work. That's all normal. You shouldn't really even be proud of people for that, because that's just shit that should be done. That's just normal shit. But Christ in heaven, That sort of mentality is exactly what is wrong. Like, oh, the male loneliness epidemic. Oh, this is my story. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Your priorities are already askew when you have a mentality like that. Yes, that participation trophy mentality, even when they didn't participate. This video was dog shit, bro. I'm gonna do the common courtesy thing and link it in the chat for you guys. But I'm gonna be real. This was dog shit. I cannot for the life of me get behind that video. For a video titled, you know, why I care about men and all that. That was dog shit. You can't believe I watched the full thing. I almost always try and watch the full video from creators, even if I disagree or even if I'm not liking it or whatnot, out of respect for what they did. Because like I've very rarely, there have been times I've rage quit a video, but I don't like doing that. I think it's I think it is disrespectful to the creator who, you know, for what, you know, one point or another, for whatever reason, did try to put the work in or put something online or build their brand, or, you know, whatever the myriad of reasons may be. This was Shakespeare compared to the Sonic game video a couple weeks ago. Oh yeah, that one was rough. That one was rough. And yeah, it was incredibly cringe. I'm likely turning that segment into a video so I can dunk on it, because holy shit, that was rough.